All right, so clearly we are back at home, not in Portland. I'm editing in front of a monitor, which makes things a whole lot easier. But this is our last official video from our Made coverage, which is supported in part by Velo Orange. And in this one, we are going to chat with a few component and accessory brands. Plus, we're going to take a look at a few bikes as well. All right, let's do it. Hey everyone, I am here with Igor from Velo Orange. And Igor, first and foremost, can you give us a little rundown of the brand and how long it's been around?
Sure. So we have been around since 2006. So next year is going to be 20 years. We kind of went from sort of more faux French aesthetic to just something that we really enjoy. We take a lot of inspiration from, as our slogan, inspired by tradition, built for today. And so it's a lot of more traditional touches with a lot of modern standards and compatibilities.
Awesome. So talk to us a little bit about some of the new products that you have launching and when will they be available?
Sure. So on this bike, we have new rims. We already talked about them in the 32er installment, but these are 20-inch rims. They're really lightweight. That's something that is always kind of a little bit of a struggle to find. Good quality, lightweight disc rim. Okay. And so these I'm very excited about.
Sweet.
In the 406 size. We have new frame bags for the neutrinos, and it's part of our wax canvas line that we're going to be launching in the fall. Okay. So these are going to be size specific to each frame size. We have a nice barrel bag up here as well. Really universal fit, has some nice features, some nice touches. Yeah.
Is this one specific to the neutrino, or you guys, just sell it for any bike?
This one is, this sort of shape is for the neutrino. Okay. But we'll probably do some other more universal stuff too.
Okay, cool. And it's got some pockets on the sides here.
That's right.
It's a little Velcro. It looks really nice. But the highlight here, where are they made?
They're in Baltimore, Maryland.
Sweet. That's really cool.
So it's a 15-minute drive up to grab them.
Okay.
And this is our basket bag, also made in Baltimore. Really nice capacity. Has handles so you can turn it into a tote. Has a shoulder strap and really cool brass zipper and pull. So the other thing is we have new hubs. Okay. They use a ratchet design. We're going to have them available. It still uses our classic hub shell. Yep. We're going to have them available in 130, 135, both rim and disc brake. Okay. 142, 148, and 100 and 110 for boost.
Sweet. So what's your relationship with GrowTac? Brifters, calipers. I think Velo Orange is the only place you can get them, right?
Yeah, we're the official U.S. distributor for their brakes and their integrated shifters. And keep in mind, the shifters are all friction. Yep. So it's a really unique design. People are really liking it, especially in the bike packing community. So you can kind of mix and match whatever you want, and you don't have to worry about, little things failing.
Sweet.
So we actually we have a sample of a dropper lever as well. So it's kind of has that thumb button, so you can access it both from the hoods or from the drops, which is a really unique design.
Awesome. This is your personal neutrino.
Yes.
What other bikes does Velo Orange have in their lineup?
So we have our chassis frame set, which is kind of like what we call monster gravel. Yep. We have our polyvalent, which is our kind of dual commuter touring frame. We have the PLA, which is more off-road bike packy sort of touring. We have a Rando, which is more road bike and sort of endurance road. And we always have other things in the works. So be sure to check out the blog.
And his videos are great. Sitting around the fire. I want more of that. We need more of that from Igor.
I'm glad you like it.
All right, Igor. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Hey, everyone. We're here with Hannah, who is here, well, I guess on behalf of Chumba and Industry 9. You're an athlete for both of those companies. First and foremost, tell us a little bit about yourself, kind of what your background is as far as being an athlete.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I have ridden bikes since 2018. I did a long tour in the summer of 2018 and fell in love with getting to travel the world on my bike. And ever since I was a kid, I've been in athletic pursuits, so it felt like a natural kind of transition from touring to racing, just to challenge myself in that way, as I know you're familiar. Yeah, and it's been a really nice way to kind of combine my love of travel and then also my love of challenging myself physically.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So talk us through this specific bike. What is it kind of kitted out for? What did you just get back from, I guess?
Definitely. Well, I was living on this bike, so it's kind of my home.
Sure. Yep.
It's definitely kitted out currently to tour around. I've got my Old Man Mountain rack set up with my panniers, and this has actually got my sleep kit in it.
Yep.
I dragged it all the way to Portland just to show it off.
Nice. Nice.
And then I've got my South City Stitchworks bags. These are all on my bike for every race that I do. Got to have the big Labarski bag for my snacks. Top tube bag, man, I really was questioning the full top tube thing.
I think everybody was. It makes a lot of sense.
It's the way to experience.
Especially with a smaller frame.
Yes.
No triangle space. Yeah.
Certainly.
Love it.
Yeah, and then the frame itself is a Chumba Sendero. It's custom for me, so we did lengthen the top tube a little bit to get a little more bag space. A little bit of a longer head tube as well, just to open up that triangle. And I actually got to help miter it.
Yeah.
Whenever I started working there, I was doing production with them for about 1.5 years. So
cool.
If you've gotten a Chumba in the last 1.5 years, I mitered your front triangle.
Sweet. Cool. So what were you doing over there?
Oh, yeah. So I was in Europe all summer racing. I kind of planned it out just around 3 different events. So in May, I raced the Hellenic Mountain Race.
Yep.
And then June, I went to El Piri to race there in Spain. And then early July, I did Bright Midnight up in Norway.
Sweet.
So.
Was it bright?
Yeah, sun didn't go down.
That's pretty awesome.
True to form.
Cool. Where can we follow you?
I'm on Instagram at Hannah M. Simon, and this weekend I'll be on the Chumba Instagram doing a little takeover, doing some maid coverage.
Rad. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. Yeah. All right, so I do want to take a quick break in this coverage to let you all know that this video is supported in part by Surly. Surly, they make serious steel bikes for people that don't take themselves too seriously. They make bikes that are versatile and durable that can be dressed up or down for commuting, bike packing, ATVing, gravel grinding, or really whatever you call fun on 2 wheels. With 15 original dirt-friendly platforms, they offer something that fits just about anyone for any style of riding. So to learn a little bit more about Surly and their offerings, you can click on the card in the top right corner here, or else follow the link in the description below. So we're here at Ultra Dynamico booth with Ron. Tell us, first off, actually, how long has Ultra Dynamico been around? And I guess how many tires do you guys have now?
Okay, good question.
Can you, I mean, if you can remember.
I can remember, if I can count that high. Well, Ultra Dynamico has been around for almost 7 years now.
Okay.
Which has been, our early days were the pandemic. I think we launched the year or 2 beforehand. We had a bunch of tires and no sales data. So
sure. Yeah.
Especially in that era where they wanted us to order 3 years in advance. We're we've been a company for
pretty hard, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was hard. So I think it was just our aloofness that got us through that period.
Okay.
Because we couldn't order a bunch of tires, so we weren't sapped with a bunch of overstock and things like that. So we were able to keep it pretty fresh.
Okay.
So yeah, moving through that, we started. We thought we just wanted 2 tires, and we had no idea if anyone was going to buy them. It was my very good friend Patrick and I who started the company, and we figured, hey, we'll go do this tire thing. At the very least, we'll have the tires that we want for the rest of our lives if we don't sell any of them.
Yeah, right.
And
there you go.
Yep. And being what it was in 2020, we just started selling a lot of them.
Sweet. Yep.
And got that momentum behind us and just started investing in more and more molds for different treads. And at this point now, we have 3 different treads, and I want to say 25 different SKUs.
Okay.
Which is crazy. I never thought it would be something like that. It was always kind of like a passion project that turned into something that we could earn a living on.
And you have a new SKU with a new casing.
We do. We got a new casing here. So when we first released our tires, we released them with a slightly softer, 5 durometers lower than a black carbon compound, which we called our race gray compound. So it's really good for wet weather, softer, so it wears out a little bit quicker. And we released it with a really, really light casing.
Okay.
Everybody loved the gray tread. Of course, it matches your silver bikes. First time ever you could have a bike that's all silver with no black on it. And it really kind of caught everybody's eye. You see it's when everybody wants our tires, they always want the gray one, And the gray one's the lightest one, so if you're not, if you're doing some rougher terrain or you're out on a multi-day bikepacking trip or something like that, it's not the best choice.
Okay.
We had other
Good to
choices
know.
for it, but they were black and people wanted gray. So.
Sure.
So the big problem was we couldn't get Panaracer to agree to protect the outside and still make it look like a true tan wall, like a natural tan wall. It always looks like that peanut butter color on the outside.
Right.
So it took us a few years to convince them to put it on the inside for us.
Ah,
So
interesting.
we now have
Look at that.
something like this on the inside. So we got the peanut butter on the inside, the protected casing, and then on the middle we were still able to leave it unprotected, which of course you have plenty of rubber on the top, you know, it's especially when you're running tubeless, it's not a big deal. It's the sidewalls that are fragile.
Sure.
So it's a consistent thickness throughout, and you have this puncture belt on the inside. It's going to completely eliminate any sidewall weeping. And it's going to make these tires last a lot longer if if that's what your use case is. Of course, we'll still offer it in the lightweight race casing for race day stuff, or if you're riding like where I live in Connecticut, you can get away with riding just about anything because the rocks aren't sharp.
Sure. Okay.
So
Great.
that's something we're real excited about. Should have this in all of our spec by the end of the year.
Okay. Fantastic.
So 25 different SKUs of this,
Wow.
Not 25.
Lovely.
You know.
Yeah.
We've also got our JFF, which is our more affordable, it's our $75 tire.
Okay.
That's affordable these days.
Yeah. Right. What's the difference with that one?
We've been working on that one to make it a little bit thicker. It's always been a very standard casing, like something you'd find in a lot of the Panaracer line.
Yeah.
We always wanted to add a little bit more rubber to it to keep it a little bit less porous, less like sealant weeping and things like that. And so it will be a little bit heavier as a consequence, but it should be a lot more durable moving forward. So we're kind of working that into the lineup as we get more fresh tires in. As we get newer and newer. So those should be all out probably by the springtime.
Okay. So what else? You got some new bags over here?
Down, yeah. So we also have, for the first time since we've closed down our factory 2 years ago, we actually are starting to get more stock of the bags again.
Okay.
So we used to make 50 bags a week for a number of years, and then it shrunk down to nothing. And so we've always had a hard time keeping up with the demand because you had hundreds and hundreds of bags down to maybe 50 bags every 6 months.
Right.
And so very hard to keep in stock, but we've worked to get a bunch of small makers. One is here, one is in Vermont, and one is my aunt in New Hampshire.
Wow.
And so the three of them are coming together, and of course
cool.
John Campbell at Alpine Luddites too.
Oh yeah, John. Yep.
So he's making a few of our things.
Okay.
So still keeping it like small and tight, but everyone coming together. A lot less stress for me. I don't have to run a factory.
Yeah.
And these people can all work from home.
Fantastic.
And make these things. So we have our entire lineup here for the first time in a long time.
Great.
We have our claptrap, which is just kind of like the small day bag. And then moving down, we've got our small chest, which is the classic. These moving into its 10th year now, which is pretty wild.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And the large chest, which is of course massive. I think the biggest in its class. And then we have this new.
That looks nice.
Yeah, this is. When we first started releasing these, I was designing everything around being as big as possible because I was living on the bike full time.
Sure.
And so I needed the two large chests everywhere I went. So I needed to design those big wide handlebars to fit the large chest.
You're a tall guy. You have XL clothes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wear small, but I should be an XL. Thank you, Jordan. We'll take it. Coffee. Thank you. Now that I've been living in one place for the last 5 years in East Haddam, Connecticut, I'm doing a lot more just short day rides and things like that. So my bag choices are getting a lot smaller.
Sure.
And everybody's been asking for a smaller sized Fabs chest that'll fit on a smaller bike.
Great.
Things like that.
It looks awesome.
This is our extra small. It's got still got the hard-bodied roll top like all of our other bags.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Is that Fidlock?
It is a Fidlock.
Very nice.
That's if you don't want to run the clips and you're just riding around town, you can just put it
Boom.
in there and it'll hold.
Love that.
So yeah, it opens up. It's got the whole shebang here. So yeah, nice bag. Probably it's a really good saddle bag on the back too. If you got a lot of clearance, things like that. So yeah, that's all of our bags.
Awesome.
And then we've got our. For whatever reason, I've gotten into shoes. I don't know. And so we've been making these shoes. I know Miles has tested a few with Stomp Blocks in Japan.
Yep.
And so these are. This is our trail worm. I don't know if you can see it on there.
I'll do
that one.
B-roll. I'll get
B-roll,
close-ups.
yeah. That's our trail worm. That's kind of like our minimalist running slash riding shoe
Sure.
For flat pedals. It's got a really nice outsole that we designed and are still paying off the mold for slowly. It's nice soft leather, lightweight, has a cork footbed, so trying to keep it like so you can wear it barefoot, take it on like a bike trip and not have to worry about it stinking a bunch.
Great.
And then I'm very excited for these.
That looks nice.
Actually, been working on these for a few years now. This is made by Queen City Dry Goods, who makes our smaller bags in Williston, Vermont. And he's also a big-time shoe guy. And
those look really nice.
Thanks, Phil.
I would wear these.
Yeah.
Just out on the town.
Exactly. And so these are, I call these we say it on here, Vermont-made, bike hike specific.
Okay.
So these are, I think, would be a great bike packing boot because they're designed. It's the Red Wing look, or like the Danner workbook mock toe look. But I wanted something much lighter because those are tanks of a boot,
really heavy.
Not performance oriented. And so
are those available now?
These are. We're going to be doing a pre-order for these next month in September.
All right.
And we're hoping to have that batch. It'll be a small batch. We're hoping to have that batch done by the holidays.
Okay.
They should be about 350 around there or so.
Yeah.
All
right.
And they're lined with merino wool.
Looks great.
Trying to keep it stink proof. I wore my samples all last winter. Even into the warmer months, they breathe well. It's just a much lighter boot than what it looks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So, all right, so where can we find all this stuff?
You can find all this stuff at ronsbikes.com.
Okay.
Ultra Dynamico is a different website. That's ultradynamico.com, but it links from Ron's Bikes. So,
Ron.
thank you, Neil.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about this wide range double now.
Absolutely. So with the release of the Paul, where they're the 100% pure cranks or whatever they're called.
Yep.
We're super excited that there was a new square taper crank being put on the market. I think I have about 15 functional bikes in my barn, and every single one of them is square taper. So I was very excited for something new to come out in that standard.
Yeah.
So the problem was there was no double. There was a Cybercycles, I believe, makes a double spider for it.
Yeah.
But I wanted something. I don't really like how when you make a spider, to have the spider actually show on the outside. Like I want that ring to cover it up. And I really like the way that these like arrow chain rings have been looking. It's just something fun. It's something else to do, something else fun to add to your bike. And so I guess using the idea of like the TA ProViz cranks, where the spider is also the big chain ring. We had the idea of making a nice 44 tooth big chain ring, and if we get enough money, we'll also do like a 38.
Okay.
That's what I like to run on my mountain bike, like a 38 22.
Sure.
And this is would be like you could run a 44 28 or a 44 30. On the back side here, we have. Hello, goodbye. We have a 74 BCD mount on the back. What did you say? What was the offset? 6 millimeter offset.
So how does that all work then with the chain line?
So the chain line stays about the same. Paul has a very convenient chart when you get these cranks, or SRAM has a lot of documentation as well. So if you aim to keep, the big chain ring around a 46 millimeter chain line, it's a pretty short bottom bracket, but it should be able to clear a lot of different chain stays for wide tires.
Great. Fantastic, and it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great look. And so, I think we're calling it's a double. So I think the bubblies here, we're going to call it the double bubble.
Double bubble.
If we don't get a cease and desist by a chewing gum company. We're just gauging interest here. There's been a lot of interest. I think it looks cool.
Hey,
we're going to try it out for a while.
If you're interested, leave it in the comments.
Please.
All right?
We love that.
All right.
So hopefully, hopefully in a few months we'll have something more to show.
Cool. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
All right. Hey, everyone. So we are here with Cameron from Wren. Tell us a little bit about Wren. How long have you been around, and where's home?
So home is Anchorage, Alaska, and that's actually what brought me to Wren. I have a lot of photography that I've done in the subarctic glaciers, winter riding, because that's just most of what life is up there. And the owner of Wren Sports saw some photos of us biking through ice caves. And they were like, hey, you should run our fork.
Yeah.
And I said, send me 3 and I'll take photos for you. And he did, and I got them, and I was like, these are great, but I'd do this to them.
Yeah.
And after a back and forth, he put me in touch with the factory that manufactures them in Taiwan.
Sweet.
I was just wanting them to be that much more optimized.
Yep.
Because I thought of them as such a cool tool for bike packing, which is my passion. And after a while, they said, well, do you want to join us? And now I'm the head of product development at Wren Sports. And it all kind of started with the inverted fat bike fork.
Okay. Awesome. So talk us through your new products here.
We're new to the wheel game. Obviously not new to fat bikes, but you know, getting into wheels allows us to really be more creative in that space. And probably our biggest thing it made this year is the bitchin' bike inside with the 32s. But as you can see here with its 29 plus, great big wheel, we've been making forks that work with almost a 32 for a long time now. And some of the bigger 29 plus tires out there, we have to work with our customers to tell them these are the internal adjustments, especially if you're putting racks and stuff on it, so that you clear your crown. So we actually have a 32-inch fork right now. It's we have two versions of forks, a 150 travel one and a 110 travel one. Each one you reduce down to 30 millimeters of travel, so you don't strike with the Aspen. Now, if new tires develop, I've built in some wiggle room there, and we want to include a different clip in the future. So technically, it's 25, but the way our clips work, they are only in 10 millimeter increments. So we'll do a specialty clip so you can run a 125 or 85.
Sweet.
But anyways, getting into the wheel game, right now we're working on a 32 wheel that will be coming out soon. And then we've got these cool wheels, which you can buy right now.
Talk to us a little bit more about these new racks as well.
So the new racks, let's start with the front suspension one. So we have a front rack that's unique to our inverted suspension. Because the suspension is inverted, you can put as much weight up here as you want, and the wheel still moves smoothly. It doesn't impact your small bump compliance. And we introduced that actually at MADE 2023. And my friend and I, Mike Youngke, biked the entire Oregon Timber Trail to get here and prove that it's a good product.
Sweet.
So that was awesome.
That's a testament to your product for sure.
Dirtiest bikes at the show. In fact, Mike took a digger, hit the front of his front rack first, and then hit his rear rack. And his rear rack ripped the brazons off of his frame.
Oh my gosh.
And we had to get them welded along the trail, but the front rack was fine. So anyways, this has been a great rack. It's got a bunch of weird, quirky things. Direct mount basket attachment. And dynamo light mount. But people wanted to run panniers on them. So we just launched the pannier attachment.
Oh, cool.
And everything's modular. So when you order the normal rack, it comes with a clamp with a attachment, and then one of these bands that allows you to run an accessory rail. And if you just order the accessory rail, it's just two of those clamps. And the same bolt-on direct mount is the same as your accessory rails. So it's all modular, and if you get this upgraded one, we just send you an extra band, and you use that modular system to attach the pannier mounts.
Sweet.
And this is the fattest fork it will come on, so it's a little, we dish them a little bit. But all the other standard 110s, easy peasy.
Cool. Sweet. And this rear rack, this looks nice.
So the rear rack, after the success of our front rack, I was like, I want to upgrade the rear rack that we have. Wren Sports has been doing rear racks for what predates my time with them, which is about 4 years. And the rack is good, but I wanted to improve upon it. This rack uses expansion bolts, so it can expand and contract.
Sweet.
I wanted to make sure that it clears 6.2-inch tires. And then I increased the quality of the tubing. You know, a lot of people aren't familiar with our racks, but if you've ever held like an old man mountain rack, it's the same quality tubing. That's what it feels like. That's kind of like in the bones of it. And then I wanted some more additional light mounts on the back. And then we get a ton of people asking, can I have Bottle Boss mounts on the side of your rack like a bunch of other people do? Now, having biked the Laruta Mala, the Baja Divide, and a bunch of other long routes where you meet people in the middle of nowhere, I've seen so many racks fail at the Bottle Boss threading. They either stretch them out or it cracks there or whatever. It's a stress point. And I was adamant, I'm not putting Boss mounts on a rack. But after we kept getting asked over and over and over and over again, there's a piece of 60 T6 aluminum, just a rail, a solid rail in there with 3 pack mount bolts.
see that, yeah.
And then it comes with bolts for it.
Okay.
So it's not threaded. You can change the nut, bolt with ease. These guys are bolted onto here, which are modified Revelate panniers. But so now we finally got bolt-ons.
Great.
But they're not going to break.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
not going to fail.
So where are these racks available? Are the rims and wheels available? And where can we find you?
Yep, so you go to wrensports.com.
Okay.
I've got a page for the pannier mount. That should come out within the next month or so.
Okay.
You can buy the current top one right now.
Okay.
We do a package on fork and rack, so you can get a deal if you're like, hey, I want to run a rack on an inverted fork.
Yep.
Because inverted suspension is just the way to go when it comes to carrying stuff on a fork. So you can get 95% of the way there, and in the next month you can get 100% if you want this.
Sweet.
We currently have our expanding and contracting rack available in its current configuration. This new version will be out probably within the next 6 months. So we'll send you an article, you can post it. The one last thing about both these racks that I love living in Alaska, where I have to travel everywhere. I mean, great bikepacking there, but we also have long winters and I like to travel and be in the desert. Both these racks pack completely flat.
Sweet.
So flying with them, I mean, the basket I can't pack flat, but other than the basket, mine has a direct bolt-on bag.
Very nice feature.
I love packing my racks flat.
Awesome.
Especially with the fat bikes. And then the wheels, you can buy both these wheel sets here right now on our website. I love that we have a mix and match wheel program where if you buy a carbon wheel set, it's $1,450 for the wheel set with our super fancy hubs, no matter what configuration. So if you want a single speed specific hub, you can run that. If you want 2 single speed 197 rear hubs, which these are the only ones in the world built just for this kind of bike, you can get this wheel set for the same price you get that wheel set. And I'll tell you what, this costs us a whole lot more money to manufacture. And these are also tapeless, tubeless wheels. They have neoprene bonded stainless eyelets at the spokes. So, and then also we have an oversized Presta valve. So this is a Presta valve that we manufactured. It is a Schrader diameter, but with the same Presta bleed technology, so that you don't get your valve clogged with gunk. And these features of these wheels are the same that we're going to bring to 32s. You'll notice that these spokes are huge. These are 13 gauge spokes. We're moving to all 36 hole 13 gauge spokes so that these are at home on an e-bike just as well as a bike packing bike. And for 32, we're going to go 4 cross instead of 3 cross. So we're doing classic touring stuff to make sure these wheels are really stout.
Awesome. Cameron, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
All right, so that about wraps up our official coverage. But I do want to highlight a few bikes and folks that I interviewed where, I unfortunately ran into some technical difficulties. Either forgetting to hit the red button, embarrassing, I know, or not having the mic plugged in. Embarrassing again, I know. Believe it or not, it gets pretty hectic running from bike to bike, and I don't always get everything right. So I do feel really bad about it, but I did at least get some decent shots of these rigs. All right, so first up is Eli's new custom Good Day fat bike. So Eli works for Brooks, or was there on behalf of Brooks, and while this bike is built for winter, but also for riding year-round, including bike rafting trips in both Bozeman and in the Southwest. He also has a 29er wheel set for it, making it a true do-it-all adventure rig. Of course, it is kitted out with a Brooks saddle, B17, and some other really nice bits. Ingrid derailleur, Appleman cranks, and Paul clampers. Thanks so much for sharing your bike with us, Eli. I really appreciate it. So next up is a full interview with Wes that I missed out on. Wes is from Jack Sachs, the owner, a bag maker out of Richmond, Virginia. Wes is a really great guy, and he actually learned how to sew during the pandemic, and well, things kind of snowballed from there after a bike shop asked him for some bags in 2022. Jack Sachs was born. So Wes had a stunning hot titanium hardtail wrapped in denim bags on display. And those denim bags actually came from a partnership with a local jean maker, Clausen, who taught Wes traditional jean making techniques for the panels, pockets, and rivets. So the pockets, buttons, and rivets are all real and, well, they function as a jean would. It's pretty incredible to see. Thanks for sharing, Wes. Really appreciate it. And finally, the last rig that I didn't capture audio for was Darren. So Darren is from Woodpecker Cycles. It was really early in the morning and my gears weren't quite spinning, but Darren was gracious enough to give me the time and I really appreciate it. So we chatted about his 130 millimeter front and rear full suspension trail bike that weighs in at 31 pounds with a 510 millimeter reach, 65-degree head tube angle, and a 76-degree seat tube angle. Darren says this bike is built for all-day trail rides, XC races, and big backcountry outings, which certainly sounds right up my alley. One of the highlights here is that the pivot near the bottom bracket is made using a headset, and well, he even managed to fit a 1UP EDC tool in that same spot, which is pretty sweet. So thanks, Darren. Appreciate the time. All right, folks. So that about does it. 7 videos in 7 days during Maid. I'm gonna ride my bike now. I'm just gonna go. Actually, one second. I do want to tell everyone that we have a ton of really great coverage, both our website coverage and video coverage. They are linked in the description below, so make sure to check those out. As always, thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you saw in this video and want to see more like it, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And well, if you want to help support what we're doing on this YouTube channel, everything on BIKEPACKING.com, you can do so by joining the Bikepacking Collective. The Collective offers a lot of awesome perks, including industry discounts, monthly giveaways, the all-new base camp, and the twice-yearly Bikepacking Journal. So to learn a little bit more about the Collective, you can click on the card right here. Also follow the link in the description below. As always, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, pedal further.